them allergies. Is sort of still adjusting to the weather change.
Oh, bruh, like it's been a lot of people. Like I've been noticing. You know what I'm saying? Like adjusting to the different seasons of the different
But yeah, I got my ecstasy pill right here. I'm just playing this allergy.
allergies. Brother.
I got the last one, so I gotta go buy another
Like,
one
whoa.
uh tomorrow.
Yeah. Man, it's I'm just glad like I don't it doesn't like affect me the way it affects like my kids or like my mom, sister, and everybody I know. Except me really.
I might say the only thing it does to me is really it just make me sound like I'm talking lazy,
Hmm.
as you can hear. Like,
Yeah.
and I just got the sniffles. That's it. But I'm not
Yeah.
sick. It's just like I know my body's just getting used to the weather change.
Yeah, I'm a little congested nasally, but like man, if I put some of that good old Vicks,
That's what
right
I'm saying.
right up.
I'm about to go find some mucus relief and I'll be straight.
Like that smelling salt, just whew.
That's what they do to when they revive people. They're like,
Man, listen.
ooh.
It was funny because I saw a clip on Twitter. Jalen Petrie for the Texans, the safety that wears the Guardian cap, the one that knocked Rasheed Rice into next week.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to line up because a lot of times they have him playing a nickel, so he was going to line up against somebody in the slot. He got the smelling salt like right there, and like you see him sticking under his helmet, and he like just holding it there, and then you can see him toss it down and like get in the position, like lined up, like bruh, like you know you raw when you take the smelling salt with you on the field right as you line it up to play. That's a different type of cat right there.
Speaking of different type of cats, I don't know how, but I've been looking at a lot of YouTube videos of old rap beefs.
Oh really?
Yeah, like right now I'm looking at Wayne versus Jay-Z. Remember that time?
Wow.
So far I've
Wow.
seen videos on like Tupac versus Biggie, uh
Mhm.
Ja Rule versus 50, Eminem versus Ja
Oh,
Rule. I'm like, yeah, this nigga M did smoke Ja.
say, bro, when you know who Sierra want to say A Hun too, um, and somebody else. I know Mika was part of that group too, and there was a couple other people, but they used to have like some really dope music space. I mean, some really good discussions on different stuff like that.
Oh, that's what's up. That is what's up. I might have to bring my light up a little bit because I look a little dim, but
I just
it's
remembered to wear white and then turn the ceiling light on instead of the lamp.
got you. No, I'm about to say in my case, I got basically they made some updates on this where I control my lights at anyway. So I gotta literally
Ah, is it
I
new
gotta
controls or something too?
it's a new app, so I gotta find it.
Oh, ah, yeah. Updates with stuff like that are always annoying, man. Always.
Yeah, that's close enough. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and press this button because we're going to officially begin the not only the finale of this show, but also eventually talk about the end of the year awards. And hopefully my voice doesn't sound like this as the show progresses. And if it does, you'll be all right.
I'll get you some tea. Hot tot. Well,
Oh
we
yeah.
don't want to get hot toddy because you might fall asleep.
Nah. I'm gonna give me some tea when I get done here. But I
Yeah.
am gonna press this button though.
Feeling like GRESH UNLEASHED. Cool kids step to the front. Cool kids, too sweet sign for the click. Gotta give the people what they want. Gotta get ready, cake quick. Yeah, I'm like Seth with the outfits. Coming in hot, too live on your outlets. Running these streets like the prophets. Thank God for the new day, can't stop it. Jay Uso with the yeet. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag like Javon on the young OG. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like GRESH UNLEASHED.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome to the season finale of the show that brings you the good vibes to the best of our abilities. And joining you as always is the voice that does most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh. This is episode 145 of the podcast that we are doing our damn thing as we always do. And joining me as always is my guy, Da Familia, the giant of the family. He is still celebrating another lap around the sun. He's none other than Jermaine, the giant. What's up with your brother?
Was good, man. I wore my white today.
We're both
I
on
got
the
the, I got
unison.
the memo. I got the memo. I got the memo.
We're both on the unison of the whites, of the off white. Off white,
Yes,
as they
sir.
say, as the
Yes,
hillbillies
sir.
say. I'll just play.
Oh, say, bro, if you would have hit that or like had the like the LEDs or whatever, then clicked it, I would have been like, "Come on, bro."
Oh man, that's what happens when you have a lot of gear just sitting around ready to get packed up.
Man, look.
That's my travel pack. Like, I just ain't packed it back up yet. But yeah, man, we are once again back here for another show for you guys. Hopefully, you guys or whatever you're tuning in, whether it's live or on demand, we constantly appreciate you guys for rocking with us this past year, because what a year it has been. 2025 has been quite the year. We have so far reached episode 145. This is episode 145. So you already know what type of time we're on. As always, we're here to celebrate, but we're also here to talk some shit. You know, that's what you guys like about us, because we talk a lot of crap about the stuff that you guys either want to talk about or don't want to talk about. Sidebar: Blake Monroe just lost the NXT North American Women's Championship in a interesting outcome. The ending was fucked up.
Hey, man, look. It was confusing to watch it live because, like, as I'm looking at it, I'm like, was it a kick out or did she win? And then, like, they rang the bell, and then I was like, hmm? But yeah, that was pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, that was
Pretty interesting.
yeah, that I was like, huh. And then when I looked at the clip, I'm like, she didn't kick out.
Mm,
And I'm like, maybe she knocked the wind out of her with that reverse senton. But then I look at the size of Thea Hill and I'm like, she not that thick or big, but that muscle will
I
knock
mean,
anybody out.
she looked like she caught her kind of like on the shoulder, rib, like arm kind of area.
Mm-hmm.
Like that looked pretty impactful. Like that could have hurt something. And then she
Speaking
just
of things that hurt, a lot of John Cena fans were hurt this past weekend. Yeah. We're gonna start there.
Hey, what are those shoes?
Those I see APL. I think that's what
APU, APL, something.
they're off brand, which is smart because you don't want to wrestle into some actual Jordans or none of that stuff.
Well,
Unless
here's
you,
another thing. If he's wearing them, they're pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
They got to be comfortable.
I mean, yeah, if he's wearing the same knee pads that he wore when he was training.
He walked around in those shoes all day and then wrestled them.
Yeah.
So got to be comfortable.
But
Whatever
yeah,
it is.
it is officially the end of the John Cena era in the WWE. He's still an ambassador, but as far as being active as of now, because wrestling business always changes, even though he's adamant that he's going to stay retired, and so far I believe him. But as of now, John Cena's career in WWE is over after he tapped out. Gunther.
Say, man, look. Sometimes you just got to understand. This is what's best for business. And I know that sounds cliche, especially with Triple H being the head of creative right now. But when you think about it, especially after the reaction he got on Monday Night Raw, even the reaction he got immediately after just trying to walk to his bus, like it was worth it. It was all worth it. Cena is the kind of guy who's enough of a traditionalist to want to do something to, put the highlight on the next generation and move things forward. And I think that when most people said he wanted to highlight the next generation, they were thinking that, okay, so whoever's going to face him in his last match is going to be this young up and coming star. Not necessarily. He highlighted the next generation on the card itself and specifically asked for certain people to be in certain places at whatever, however the story goes, kayfabe, real, whatever. But he got what he wanted, and he wanted to go out like this. And please believe, if he didn't want this to happen or he didn't want to do this, this would not have happened this way. So if you're angry or upset about it, get over it. Like,
if you're over a certain age and you're upset about it, get over it.
Yeah, I'll allow that. I'll allow that because, bro, shout out to the homie Brian H. Waters. He had his kids on his Break It Down with Brian H. Segment of his podcast, and they're younger fans, like teenage, preteen fans, right? But they're able to articulate their thoughts and feelings about not liking it for different reasons or whatever, and being able to explain it. And it was pretty dope to see that, man. So shout out to them.
Yeah, because like I said on the Saturday Night's Main Event post show that we did over on Enemies, I literally said whoever was in this spot was going to get booed.
Yep.
Whoever was in this spot was going to get turned on by that crowd.
Because I want to say Ben or Cujo, somebody brought it up when y'all were talking about it. Like, what if that was X, Y, or Z in this spot? How would you have liked for them to get, booed like this or whatever? Because
because I was like, yo, we was like, LA, like y'all wanted LA Knight, y'all wanted Carmelo Hayes. Whoever was winning this was getting booed out of the building.
Exactly. So it's like you gotta really think about it and pick and choose your battles. And like, you want one outcome. It's like, okay, y'all okay with him losing, but I didn't like him tapping. And it's like there's some people who didn't want him to lose, and then there's some people who thought it should have been somebody younger or whatever. There's all this different stuff, and people have different opinions. Bottom line is, you're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about it. Mission accomplished. Simple as that. Simple as that. People bought tickets, they buying the merch and everything, and people continue to talk about it. So, mission accomplished.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and I'm like, yeah, because I saw people. Just you mentioned the tapping out part. I saw people losing their minds. They was like, oh, I wouldn't, like, why did he have to tap this, that, I wouldn't have booked it this way. It's like, thank God you're not in the creative seat.
Oh, for real.
Because if you were in the creative seat, a lot of this shit would have literally been changing left and right every single week.
We'd be bored out of our mind.
Yeah. Because y'all will be inconsistent and all over the place.
Oh, bro. And there's sometimes where people will express themselves and they'll have a certain opinion of something and they'll say, blah. And I'm always the person like I'm not gonna tell someone or just I'm not that way anymore. Like I'm gonna help you think through it. And then you're gonna get to a certain point after I'm asking you certain questions and stuff and laying it out, you're gonna realize why it doesn't make sense. If it's just that bad, I'll have to walk you through it then because you're not understanding why this is a terrible opinion. Yeah, opinion. Everybody can have them. That's cool. But I mean, when it's just that far out or whatever, that bad off, nah, man. Nobody wants to hear that crap.
The moral of it is your fantasy booking didn't go the way you wanted, and you're upset. It's okay. I promise. Go eat a cookie. You'll be fine.
On. Life goes on. It really does.
And also, shout out to NXT champion Oprah Femi. Fit like a glove against Cody Rhodes. So, hey, man, like I said, I understood why that outcome happened, but it just needed more minutes. I said that on Saturday, and I'll say it again after watching it again. It needed more minutes.
Oh, yeah.
But hey,
they could have used at least a good 4 to 6 more minutes.
Tops.
At least.
Yep. So, hey, man, Oba will be definitely taking charge over on the main roster when his time has come. And I still, to this day, say SmackDown because they need all the help they can get. And speaking of help,
I sent y'all that tweet for that article.
Yeah. And speaking of help, Lyra, Valkyria, and Zarya were no help, but it don't matter. But we got Sol Ruka defeating Bayley. And hey, man, she is also someone that I am ready to see take control and take over the main roster when her time is up on NXT.
Oh, for sure. She's ready for prime time. I mean, her presentation and her athleticism, her charisma, it's all on full display. She made her showing. And Bayley is the consummate vet, willing to put the business on her back like she always does and do what's right for the company and right for the women's division by putting Sol over.
Yep. And speaking of putting people over, we had AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defeating Leon Slater and Javon Evans in another sprint of a match. That was also great. So shout out to them as well.
Yeah, they went with the full, like, how much time we got? All right, bet. Let's get our shit in. They went with that formula. Like, and then they probably got squeezed a little bit on time because they were trying to figure out, Cena and giving him enough time and everything. So who knows? But yeah, it was a spot fest pretty much, but it was a fun, exciting, high flying type of match, and that's exactly what you expected. The only thing we weren't expecting in that match was AJ supposedly botching the Phenomenal Four.
Oh no, it was a slip, but shout out to Leon.
I mean,
shout out to Leon for the quick recovery.
I mean, he was Johnny on the spot with it, and his reaction to it actually made you think, made me think, wait a minute, could they be selling something here? We've seen storylines like that in the past. I'm not saying that is the case. It definitely looked like a bot, but after watching it a couple of times, but
they can definitely pivot to it to basically make it where it's like the old guys trying to keep up with the young ones, and he's like, my body's like, no, it's almost that time. They can definitely go that route.
We saw it just recently earlier this year with Jey Uso, remember?
Mm-hmm. So, hey, man, shout out to them. Shout out to Saturday Night's Main Event. Shout out to John Cena. Good luck in your retirement. And, hey, man, good luck to Austin Theory, looking like Justin Timberlake in that one movie where he was bald out of his mind. He is officially been revealed as the Masked Man. and
Evil.
Evil Timberlake, and I felt nothing. I'm pretty sure y'all did though, but me,
we
felt
we
nothing.
we knew this was coming. We it was like, oh, okay, cool. It was like, the little slow mask pull. The thing that got people is the haircut. I think that was like, because as he's slowly pulling off the mask, you see the hair, like, oh, that can't be Theory. And then he pulls it off and like, yes, it is Theory. He must have went to John Cena.
Big head and all. Yeah, he definitely went to Turkey. And if he didn't, all right. But nah, man.
Yeah, it was.
Dude,
Right.
am I the only one who feels like it's a situation where it's probably not just him? Or I'm prepared to be wrong and just let it just be him.
No, I think it's just going to be him. I think if there was a situation where there was another one, I think it would be a copycat type of something, and somebody just like trying to be down.
But now that this has been revealed, now that Theory, I mean, we'll talk about Breaker spearing Punk and what Punk said about Breaker's families in a second. But now that Austin Theory is officially revealed, is this sink or swim for him? Because this is his third repackage in the span of 5 years. 4 if you want to count the shift between McMahon's favorite prodigy to whatever the hell Triple H was doing with him.
I mean,
but he's technically had 2 restarts. He had the introduction with the original Seth Rollins Messiah thing in 2020. Then he became a part of the Way, and then he got reintroduced as the proverbial future of WWE under Vince McMahon. And then obviously Vince got outed, and then Triple H kind of just knocked him right down the pecking order. Like, and man had him cash in the U.S. title, cash in the Money in the Bank on the U.S. title, win the tag team titles with Grayson Waller. Didn't really do much as tag team champions to my memory. Probably have, but to my knowledge, really didn't do much. And then dragged out this whole, I guess you could say, breakup between A-Town Down Under, just for Theory to get hurt and get written off TV. Grayson is with New Day, and Austin is just, I'm guessing, going to ignore that because he's right back to being a heel after a couple of we want Austin chants. I'm just saying I'm doing my homework.
Hey,
but me personally, this is I feel like this is he has to hit, or it's a wrap for me. Like, you, whatever they got planned for him in this current role, it has to hit, because this is like his 3rd or 4th chance now.
I mean, in a lot of people's eyes, that's how
he's still young.
Feel about him.
He's still young.
That's my thing. He's still young, and he still has the the look and everything. But it's something about connecting with the audience that he just cannot connect with the main roster audience. And I don't know. Let's see what they do with this. Let's see what angle they show.
I mean, he was starting to connect with them. Like I told you, with the whole "We Want Austin" chants, when they was just dragging out this breakup with Grayson Waller.
Yeah. I mean, this return is going to be interesting because this isn't the reluctant heel that the fans are pulling to the babyface side because his partner is a jerk. This is something different. So that's why I'm saying, let's see, where they go. If he still has that same fan support, just getting behind him, the athlete, no matter what version of the character he plays, or let's see if people actually get behind this version of the character that he's going to play.
All I will say, And so I hope he has a new finish, or just take the stump. Because that finish he used to do, where he put him over his shoulder, and then spin him around, and then just drop him on knee first, was one of the weakest finish I've ever seen in my life.
Why you don't like the A-Town down?
That's what it called.
I believe so.
Man, that was A-Town bullshit.
Say, bro.
That was A-Town bullshit.
Don't don't do my boy finishing like that, man.
No, I would. I hope he would do. I wish he would do something to that finish. Like, just spinning over and it's like, oh, knee. Like, bro, if y'all don't, like, when he spin you around, if y'all don't just stand up. That's how weird that shit look.
Yeah, it's not ideal because, like they say, you want to finish her, especially if you're going to move up the ladder. You want to finish her that you can do to everybody.
He wasn't doing that shit to Brock Lesnar. I'll just tell you that right now.
Hell no. Hell no.
And that's what I mean. I'm like, get that weak ass shit out of here.
Not long ago about how MVP would advocate for Bobby Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, no, there's just certain things that you have to understand. Like, hey, listen, that don't work for me, brother.
You know what else don't work for me, brother? Nikki Bella still going after that Women's World Championship. It doesn't work for me, brother.
Oh my gosh, bro. Like, why? Like, what, why? I just don't understand. I really don't.
Because I'm not gonna lie, like when she came out, I was like, all right, we're still doing this?
It really makes no sense to me, to be honest with you.
Because she lost clean.
Mm-hmm.
No one cheated.
Nope. It wasn't it wasn't a ref bump, and the ref didn't see the count or nothing like that.
Nothing. She just lost her clean. And I'm like, take it home. Wrap it up. Because I think I saw on Twitter that someone was like, we need to like put the title on Raquel. We need to change. And this is another of the reasons why I'm glad none of y'all are bookers, because y'all don't make a lick of sense.
Oh, bro, it'd be bad, man.
That's why it's great to watch wrestling offline, because you ain't got a weird bitch in your ear telling you how something sucks. You form your own opinion. Because my opinion of Nikki Bella isn't a trend. I formed it by just watching the product.
Yeah. It's one of those things, bro, to me, where honestly, it's just like, okay, we got it. That you had the big match in San Diego, you lost, and now you're back. Like, I would have been better off if someone else would have attacked Nikki and been like, nah, I'm the number one contender.
I mean, Raquel did do that.
A match. I mean, she kind of did, but like, are they going to have a match now to see who's going to fight for it, or are they going to just make it a triple threat? They're probably going to make it a triple threat.
Just to get it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. It's all weird. But what isn't weird is Maxine Dupree's first title defense. I'm seeing the progress. I'm seeing the improvement.
Bro, she's really picking up on it. She's really picking up on it. And I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing from Maxine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the Natty effect on her game.
And it helps that they actually making it into her character too.
Yes.
So
it still has a little bit of realism to it, you know?
Mm-hmm. So now all she gotta do is some fine tuning, some fine polishing, and you got your modern era Trish Stratus from 2002 to 2006 on your hands. And the reason why I say that specifically is I feel like she didn't really start getting in her stride until like 2002, 2003.
Mm-hmm.
After that Survivor Series match against Victoria, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it took her a little bit to get going, but eventually it started clicking for her too, And that's what we're seeing with Maxine. Well, we know where it's coming from because we see it on social media and stuff. It's just
Oh,
that
yeah.
you didn't get that chance with Trish. She just had to prove it on TV whenever they gave them a chance.
Yeah. And speaking of chances, let's go ahead and bring in our brother from another mother. He's running a little bit behind, but he is here as always. Mr. Hi-Lite, what's up, brother?
What's up? What's up, everybody?
What's
Apologize
up, man?
for hitting this on today. Thought I was gonna be out early enough today, but then it was like, what the freak? I hate
Hey
waking
man, life happens. It's all right.
I was like, man, I go in early for this. But anyways, yeah, man. Shout out to Maxine. I just only need my only critique right now. Please, let's go ahead and just separate her from the whole Alpha Academy thing right now and just go and get her
Mm.
whole music to
Or
go.
just have them two go serious again. That could work.
It could, but she's doing well on her own right now, low key. Like you can tell she's already kind of getting that steady. Like you don't even really see them out there with her for real. I
True.
don't even think we've really seen them because even when Gunther did what he did, you saw the two of them by themselves. You can see her with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is a different presentation they're giving her, like a different Maxine, where kind of reminds me of Roman in like 2020 when we were like, okay, this is a different Roman. It's not Big Dog. Go and change that music, dog. And it took a minute, but we finally got it. Maybe it's just because of this Def Rebel era. I don't know. It got to be some fire, whatever it is.
I will say, when I was watching the match, it was like the reason why I kept saying she need to polish some things. Like when she reversed something in the corner and she tried to go for her like spinning back kick, it looked mad weird because like it looked like she hit connected with her thigh and not her leg. So
True.
it's like in that case, it's like little things right there where she should have reversed into a back elbow.
True.
And then set up her spinning kick. Because it's like when you do it in that close range from the turnbuckle to right there while she's running at you, it's not gonna look normal. But I think the other reason why I didn't really lose too much sleep on it because it looks real. Like it didn't look too choreographed, so I didn't lose too much sleep over it. I ain't losing sleep at all because it's wrestling. Yeah,
That's true. And long legged opponents, like typically that are longer, always kind of have that bit of a struggle with shorter opponents sometimes because they're so like lengthy. Like we see that a little bit with BFAB, seen it with Stacy Keebler. I think at least Fox was one of those two. Like kind of long. Like when you're lengthy like that, it can be a bit of a challenge. But it's not
long legged.
Yes. Yeah, that long leggedness, it's like you use it to your advantage, but then also it's kind of awkward sometimes when someone shorter than you is like wrapping you up and it's so easy for you to like pull out of it, kind of thing. So, hey, she just keep doing what she doing, man. She on the right track. And she shining. I'm looking forward to her 2K26 for sure. And yeah, man.
Yeah, you'll be the one here who buys it, but I digress.
What?
Last bit from Raw, we also had the renewal of the rivalry between the Usos and the New Day. As always, they haven't missed a step.
Facts.
Bruh. They're like salt and pepper. They just seamlessly dance together when they mix.
But it's not seasoning.
Facts. they're the modern day Dudleys and Hardys, or Dudleys, Hardys, and Edge and Christian, however you want to put it. Yeah. This modern day greatest rivalry of modern tag teams to date.
One thing I've always noticed that the Usos they stay getting caught on that top rope.
That picture caught it perfectly.
That's why I saw me. I'm like, bro, y'all stay getting caught on that top rope. The only one who from that family who clears it is Jacob.
True, because Solo doesn't do that much.
Nah, Solo doesn't dive. He's like, bro, no.
I think that's why I like Solo, because he chooses not to do it.
Roman just like flies over the top.
Yeah.
And even he darn near once.
He overshot it a couple of times.
Yeah, darn near. He was like, "Oh, Roman, chill out, bro."
If he didn't tuck and roll midair, his neck would have been. It would have been Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, 2009, all over again.
Oh, brother. WrestleMania 25.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Crazy.
Man. So lucky. So blessed. Because that could have ended tragically.
Legit.
So, Braun Breaker and CM Punk had their, I guess you could say, latest encounter, because we still got 3 weeks until the premiere of, not the premiere, to the, what you call it, the official championship match between the two. And Punk had a war of words for his number one contender after being off for 2 weeks. Including, he's like, bro, this Nepo baby with Dumb and Dumber, his dad and uncle. And then Braun talking about, you talk about my family again, I'm gonna make sure you don't walk. Like, my nigga, he responded with the same energy you gave him.
Exactly.
And you talked about the man's wife, bro. Like,
you threatened to steal this man. You called him a crackhead and threatened to steal his wife.
And you wanted the old Punk, by the way. That was very old Punk.
Yes, the entire promo was very old Punk. So, what more do you want from me?
Like, he gave you what you wanted, so here we are.
Facts.
So yeah, we're definitely getting that.
I gotta say this as my fiance being the casual watcher. You know, all she kept saying was, "So when's CM Punk gonna retire?" I was like, "Why do you always ask that? Why?" You know, it's like after Cena does it, then it's just like, "Yeah, when's he gonna retire?" I'm like, "Will you let this man kind of cook right now?" I'm like, "Hey, he'll be ready when he's ready. Don't worry about it."
Hey, is she trying to get Charles Montgomery to retire?
Yeah, I don't know. She's been saying that for like months. You know, going back to like last year. I was just like, "Hey, man." I guess he just gives that vibe, man.
He looks old because of the gray hair and the baggy eyes.
The funny thing is, he looked like that when he ain't had a gray hair. He always looked like he needed a nap.
Exactly, bro.
That dude looked like he operated permanently on 3.25 hours of sleep every night.
Yeah.
He think he me.
Oh man, that was hilarious, bro. That was hilarious.
But now we're getting that. I'm still like, I'm trying to figure out what else can they do for 3 weeks between now and then that'll get people interested, because people are going to watch regardless.
They're probably going to start messing with his friends, something like that.
Well, so far they've messed with Rey Mysterio.
Hey, you don't put your hands on Rey Mysterio, buddy.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
Unless you're Batista.
What can they do for 3 weeks? I mean, that is a phenomenon.
They're going to have Paul Heyman out there rambling?
Or Eddie.
Oh, boy. I hope not.
I mean, they could do a thing where they like they suspend them for smashing LA Knight through that poor little car.
That'd be more so Bronson than Braun.
That was Bronson. So
right. And then he would have to be out there by himself trying to handle business. And he can get into it with somebody, or like, what are you looking at? You know, some backstage something to give him something to do for a week.
Unless them unmasking theory this early is what they're going to be doing for the next 2 weeks.
That's possible.
So. Well, you know, Pierce put his foot down, said he wanted to know. So
ain't nobody taking that ball here, man, serious.
You see Theory unmasked.
True.
Somebody
I'm
took
still
it
ain't giving that
serious.
nigga no credit. Out here being an alcoholic on the job. Who does that?
I need a drink. Oh, that guy. Oh my.
A lot of Raw and SmackDown authority figures, evidently.
Think of the children.
True. This is true.
But yeah, that was Raw. Switching gears to AEW. For those of you who care, we have the Continental Classic that is continuing on. We have the updated brackets for the Gold League. We have a two-way tie in the leaderboard in Okada and Speedball Mike Bailey after Collision. And then on the blue side, we have another tie for the lead between Claudio and Takeshita, 7-for-7. After basically going at a tie. I believe this was the first tie or the first draw of the tournament this year. So great match on Collision. Collision actually came on at 4:30 on Saturday as opposed to the usual time because of Saturday night's main event, John Cena. They weren't going to go head to head with that. Nobody was going to watch it.
Plus, weren't they in like England or something?
Wednesday they were here. And then on Saturday, they're in Cardiff. And then next week, they're going to be in England.
Cardiff, okay. Gotcha.
Man, I always love those international crowds because they always go crazy.
Man, so we got Okada, Bailey, and Fletcher. Always 6.
Yeah, it's a fun classic, man. I don't know.
Yeah, they've been. And Kyle so far has been the MVP.
Big time.
Which he should have been, because a lot of people said the story around this year has been around Don Callis' family anyway. So it's good that he is like the MVP, between him, Okada, and Takeshita being the main storyline behind it.
Yes, sir. Yeah. What's next for the new women's tag team champions? Babes of Wrath. Do we have? I know Mercedes came out and she was like, I'm pretty sure she's probably going to be wanting to come after these titles at some point. They're making these a big deal right out of the gate.
Yeah. So, I love it. I love it because it's a good look for those two.
Mm-hmm.
They're a bit of an odd couple because they both bring the same kind of funky charisma, but in different ways. And everybody likes them. So it's hard not to root for them.
Facts.
True that. We have 2 matches confirmed for World's End. Like I said, for those of you who don't know, we're not going to be covering those over here because we're not going to be here to watch it. But we have a rematch from Revolution of this past year, or was it last year? Was it 2024?
I think it was last year.
Yeah, 2024. Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, Hangman Adam Page in a triple threat match or a 3-way match for the AEW Men's World Championship.
Now I wonder who's the surprise person to get involved in this one.
It's funny how it's synonymous at this point for interference.
3-way triple threat means no disqualification. So
someone's getting involved, and someone's returning. And that could be anyone, y'all. Like you talking.
What if it's just the dojo, his ops homies and the dojo get involved to help him retain?
Based off what me and Gresh saw, I don't think they much of a problem for these two.
Yeah, they're not a problem. You saw Wednesday. Yeah, they got lit up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking bigger. I'm thinking MJF. I'm thinking somebody returning that's probably been on the shelf for a minute that we forgot about.
Keith Lee. No, I was just playing.
Hey, you talk about storytelling. Him and Swerve do still got unfinished business. That would be hilarious, bro. That's a good way to twist that.
Bro.
I know.
If Keith Lee come back and he start beefing with Swerve, all Swerve got to do to kill that is like, man, why you bringing the bullshit? And just walk off. Like he ain't got to fight. He's like, bro, why are you bringing the bullshit? And just walk off.
Hey,
Man, on paper, the history there though. You know.
But then again, Swerve don't look like the type to watch Friday, so never mind.
No.
He probably watched Thursday.
Nah, he watched First Sunday.
That was a good movie though.
It was. But
especially with Cat Williams. Especially with Cat Williams. Like that man said you should always watch the bloopers of those comedy shows. Because that man Cat Williams was like, he's like, somebody's breast stank. And pass it down, nod it, and look right over. Definitely you. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, but nah, jokes aside, this would definitely be a fun match. I enjoyed the triple threat match. And also a match that I have a feeling is going to be very interesting to see unfold is a battle of the heavy hitters in Chris Stataboo, aka Chris Statlander, defending the AEW Women's World Championship against Jamie Hayter.
My favorite. All right.
What, big meaty women smacking meat?
Yeah.
Need I say more, my brother? Hey, all I'm saying is everybody catching on with me and what I started, man. I'm just saying because I heard that meat chant when Chris Stat. I heard that. I heard them and I said, now that's what you're supposed to be chanting when you see this, god dang it. I said, now that's what I want to hear. Do it with the women. Otherwise, I'm looking at you sideways. God dang it. They understood the assignment. I'm proud of you, AEW. I'm proud of you.
Thank you for the meat. Thank you very much. But yeah, you mentioned Dynamite. We pretty much got the holiday bash next week. So, well, tomorrow is 3 hours.
Oh, great. 3 hours of that. 3 hours of SmackDown going into next year.
Mm-hmm. They are all trying to kill me.
God help us all.
They are trying to kill me. Just 3 hours. Yeah, because for Dynamite, tomorrow, they got 8-woman tag.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mercedes, Moné, Athena, Marina Shafir, Megan Bain versus Babes of Wrath and the Timeless Love Bombs.
Sheesh. All right.
We got the Continental Classic. John Moxley versus Roderick Strong. Kyle Fletcher versus Pac.
Mm-hmm.
Dorada versus Orange Cassidy.
Okay.
And then again, it's back to back? I guess so. Oh no, I saved it twice. Oops. We got the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal. So if MJF doesn't return during this, it's going to be interesting to see how they weed him back into storylines. Because he is the defending champion of the
Diamond. Yeah, he's still. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Nope.
You know, at some point, it should just, you'd be like, okay. Like they used to do with 106 Part Freestyle Friday. After so many times you won as the champion, they retired you automatically and they let somebody else get a chance. That's what they should do with this ninja. All right. If you win again, that's it. All right. That's it. Someone else got to get the little stupid ring. Okay. You know, seriously. That man's had that thing since a lot of these folks that ain't even in the company no more. Okay.
Yeah.
He said the little stupid ring.
Hey man, that's what it is, bro. Like they even put a freaking replica of the thing on the site one time. I was just like, somebody seriously gonna buy that? Probably, but still, the freak. I was like, all right. Cool.
He's like, yeah, I got it. The last two matches, they got FTR defending against the Bang Bang Gang, and
FTR.
Of course.
What the-
And the Elite versus the Don Callis family for all of 100 million, or not 100, $1 million of the Young Bucks money. They're right. They're wrestling for money. I don't care. But what I do care about, now that we got all the wrestling talk out the way, it's time to give out some awards and celebrate some people that went down this past year. It is now time for the end of the year awards. For those who don't know, we already voted and gave our awards, if you will. And the video is going to be up on Patreon tomorrow. I got stuck at work, so I didn't have time to chop it down and edit it. But it will be up on Patreon for everybody to see. It's not going to be behind the paywall, but it will be up on Patreon. Something a little extra for you guys over on Patreon to see our thinking process. And it's going to have some gems in there because it's always some sidebar conversation that we don't ever really talk about.
All kind of stuff in there.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to start off how we voted in order. For those of you who don't know, this is how we did the voting this year. We have the rules. Every promotion is eligible, including independent wrestling. The timeline is January, season premiere time. So like whenever we came back before the Royal Rumble early in January, all the way to December 13th, December 15th, which was yesterday. So basically that is the timeline for voting. If anything happens after this, it don't get counted. You got to try again next year, or try to convince your promoter or your booker to book you before December. There is no tiebreaker necessary through the 3 votes. However, there were a couple of moments where we had 3-way ties, and we took it to the wheel. Spin the wheel, made the deal, and the wheel picked a lot of these outcomes. For us, how we basically break down how we vote or how we nominate people is we evaluate the win-loss record. So if you were a loser, you probably didn't get voted. That's okay. Championship wins, quality of competition and feuds, and overall wrestling ability. Some fun, some light. So we're just gonna tell you this right here, right now. This awards, this list is for fun and games. Don't get in your feels. If you're gonna get in your feels, this is not the show for you, because I'm gonna tell you this right now. You don't give a fuck. Not in the slightest. It's all fun. It's literally us just having fun, giving our props to the men and women and that put their bodies on the line for our entertainment for the past 365 days of this year. That's it. I would have said 66, but it's not a leap year, I don't think. So we're going to start off with the male superstar of the year. And this one was fascinating for us to pick because we had a lot of nominees, and we pretty much went back and forth, but hey, we came to the conclusion, and the winner for the do I have a drum on here? I don't know if I do. Do I? Nope, not those drums.
Wrong cadence. Wrong cadence.
Like wrong drums. I think I don't have one. So we'll just make makeshift drums. So the winner for the 2025 male superstar of the year is none other than the Ring General Gunther.
Gunner.
Gunner. Yeah, there we go. Hey man, shout out to Gunther, man. Retired John Cena, man, out here pissing everybody off,
Bro, and he got that last one in like right as the deadline was coming.
He won me over when he retired Goldberg.
Bruh, hey, y'all gotta catch the show on Patreon, because I believe you said that.
I'm like, that's it.
Talking about it.
I'm like, that's all I needed.
It's like, hey, he retired Goldberg, so he
Didn't
got my
get the
vote right there.
booze. Didn't get none of them booze. It wasn't until you got this retirement going, and you're like, oh, okay. Crank me up a notch. All right.
Hell yeah.
All right. So moving on to the ladies, the 2025 female superstar of the year. This was also a toss up. I think this was this another three-way tie, or did we all just settle on? No,
I think this was
no. We all voted.
the first one
We
for
all
the
voted for this one. I got the votes right here. We all voted on this one, and the 2025 lady superstar of the year is none other than the timeless one, Tony Storm.
bro. She was like like the best character in pro wrestling for a good stretch.
Still is, yeah.
Like just a great character. Great character.
Like shout out to her. Shout out to Luther, wishing him a continued recovery because he definitely added to the gimmick. And shout out to Mina Shirakawa. She's out here adding to the gimmick as well. So overall, fun time.
And Mariah May for
and Mariah May, Blake Monroe, whatever her name is.
Hey, bro, she got over a fucking small package.
Oh yeah, I remember that. People were
Like,
pissed.
She's been getting a small package over for the longest. Like, I can't tell you like how funny that is for me.
Oh yeah, she said it don't matter if it's big or small, it's still gonna get over.
Oh my goodness.
So let's shout out to her. And speaking of getting over, for the overall superstar of the year, this is where we pretty much we feel like this person was the total package this year, whether you loved it or you hated it. And this year we collectively voted for none other than the man who just retired, none other than John Cena. And congratulations on your retirement. And hey, man, this year we're definitely going to talk about him in just a second because I feel like it's something fun for us to do because we're going to talk about him a little bit more before we get up out of here. But yeah, man, congratulations to John Cena for becoming the overall superstar of the year for 2025. I was about to say 6. I'm ready for this year to be over. It's crazy. But speaking of this year and big moments, now we have for a breakout moment of the year. This is something that pretty much calls someone to have a breakout moment that is currently standing the test of time, that a lot of people talked about, whether it's on social media, in person. They've basically been spotlighted for after this moment happened. And for the 2025 breakout moment of the year is none other than Jey Uso winning the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania after tapping out Gunther in the opening of night 1, night 2,
night 1.
So hey, man, kudos to the Yeet Man. But man, for real, if you hated this, that is your prerogative. But man, this was definitely a nice moment if you are a big fan of Jey Uso and the current run that he's on, post Bloodline, post Roman Reigns abuse. So like, shout out to him for proving everybody wrong by achieving one of the ultimate prizes that you will ever want to achieve in your wrestling career. So yeah, shout out to Jey Uso.
4 letters, 1 word. Ooh.
Food. But I know that Jey Uso winning the World Heavyweight Championship was a surprise to people, but that surprisingly wasn't the surprise moment of the year, or at least the biggest surprise moment of the year. And that honor goes to none other than the heel turn of none other than John Cena. That was the biggest surprise. because a lot of people weren't really like they like there's no way they're gonna pull the trigger. There's no way they're gonna pull the trigger on this,
And they did.
and they did. And our reaction on the actual heel run itself is very well documented on this show. We were not fans. However, the moment itself made you go, "Oh, this is about to be big," and it did become big. All right, the biggest pile of dog shit you'll ever see. That's how big it got. So it did get big. It took the size of Rikishi.
Say, man,
Yeah,
it was bad,
just
but
big ass.
given the context of it, it is what it is. It was what it was.
It's not. It's like it's not the end of the world. So it's like
Yeah.
we're not losing sleep over it anymore. I'm tired of arguing about it. It happened. It happened. But what I am not tired of arguing about is the next moment, which is the biggest what the fuck WTF moment of the year. And this one was unanimous across the board. And it was Mike Santana losing the World Heavyweight Championship of TNA to Frankie Kazarian.
Worst decision in the last 5 years in wrestling. Period.
Hey man, gotta love
Terrible
TNA.
decision.
Gotta love TNA. Yes, that was perfect.
Nope.
Awful.
There it is.
I mean, come on, man.
The OG.
Listen, this is not a slight at Frankie Kazarian, I promise you. But it's like, well, at least to me, I don't speak for anybody, but for me, it's not a slight at Frankie Kazarian. However, you had to sit through all that shit with Santana just for him to lose during his first title defense. Man, y'all can kiss my ass.
Man, barely had the title 30 days or whatever. And he lose to this fool.
Well,
I don't give a damn if he got jumped and got cashed in on or whatever. Like, that should not have happened.
Nope. And speaking of what should happen is we're already making jokes about this outcome here. But now it's time for the LOL moment of the year where it just made you laugh out loud. Just laugh. Like there were like I'm gonna give y'all the nominees for this one because it wasn't a lot of nominees, but it was the nominees. You know what the first nominee was? Frankie Kazarian winning the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
Thank you.
From Santana. So he was gonna get 2 awards for this shit.
Yep.
And then it became John Cena losing to Brock Lesnar in front of all those kids at WrestlePalooza. But that wasn't funny enough. That was more so like, ew, that happened. And then we had NXT winning TNA titles. That was also nominated. So you know what we did? We went ahead and just said, you know what? We're just gonna make TNA in general the LOL moment of the year. TNA in general. All the TNA. Whatever decisions y'all made, LOL. Y'all got the entire we're laughing at you this year. So hopefully in 2026, when y'all move to AMC, y'all get y'all shit together.
Hopefully they do, man, because
Hopefully.
this is
just ridiculous.
It's like they bring you on some high highs and then they take you on the lowest of lows.
Every time.
And it's
every
like
damn time.
now
And it's like LOL TNA.
This is my first time being into TNA and experiencing those highs and those lows. And some of y'all have been OGs of TNA and have, experienced this throughout the year. So it's like it's kind of crazy, but
Just like when Jeff Jarrett talking about them having John Cena tap out, he was like, "This is like he was trying to criticize." I'm like, "Brother, I know goddamn well you ain't talking."
like, please shut up.
Monty Brown. That is all I will say.
Monty Brown, Jeff Hardy, Raven. I mean, my goodness.
Well, the Jeff Hardy one was kind of warranted because he wasn't reliable. But I digress. The next speaking of LOLs and we have the next category is extreme or hardcore moment of the year, and the winner is none other than John Moxley being stupid by taking a bump onto Spike Edge's hammer, or was it a 2x4 of
Bat,
nails?
2x4.
whatever the hell.
Or bat and nails.
2x4.
And that shit got stuck in his back.
Oh. Oh boy.
Like, brother. You are an idiot, brother.
Hey man,
his brother.
you know how crazy you gotta be to say, "Hey, I got an idea." If this is what comes of it.
Not
Every
taking
time.
that bump, brother.
Well, I know
Oh,
Renee
fuck
about
no.
cussed his ass out when he got home.
I think she's used to it at this point.
She probably just be like, "Really, John? Really, John?"
I'm pretty sure she should just wear that as a shirt. Don't even repeat yourself anymore. Just like look at the shirt. Really, John?
Like,
Spinal.
My back.
Have like something like some sort of little display, something that she can point to, or a laser or something.
And just be like, really, John?
Like a little flashlight, something. She needs something. Shit.
But nah, that was a crazy, crazy moment. We had so many nominees. Like we had Darby getting thrown through the table, like because Darby being Darby. But it's like this take the kick. Because I'm like, there's no a flaming table at that. But it's like there's no way a sane person would take this bump.
Not at all. Not at all. Like Darby just does some of the most insane stuff. And the thing that got him put in the hospital, it wasn't getting thrown through a flaming table. It wasn't climbing Mount Everest. Wasn't getting hit by a bus. You know, it wasn't none of these other crazy stunts that he pulled on his skateboard or anything else. It was a damn drop kick.
The drop kick of doom.
He got put in the hospital behind a damn drop kick.
The drop kick of doom.
Mm-hmm.
Brother.
Brother. Oh, brother. The next categories we're winding down. Not really, but we got like a couple more after this one. But this one where we're switching to the in-ring work, and we're going to give love to the in-ring work, and that is including the pay-per-view match of the year. And the winner for our 2025 pay-per-view match of the year goes to Bianca Belair, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania for the Women's World Championship. The build to it was kind of a headache because Rhea Ripley was being Rhea Ripley to a lot of people. But hey, man, once that bell rung, the ladies did their thing. It's unfortunate that Bianca got injured during this match.
Yeah.
But
it was amazing that supposedly or whatever, like when you can tell when it happened, she still went through with the rest of the match. Like, and that was pretty unbelievable for her to still be able to finish the match with that finger in that kind of condition. So, and it's just confirmed that Io Sky is one of the best wrestlers on the planet, period, male or female.
Oh yeah, without question.
And they were able to carry this storyline wise between those three ladies for a couple of weeks. And I kept looking at it like, how are they going to top last week? And then they would top it. Then they would top it. And then it's like, okay, the match itself has to be something. And look where it ended up.
Yeah. You see how different opinions can affect an outcome. I wasn't really a fan of the build because I feel like it was kind of lazy. Jermaine had fun. It's subjective, ladies and gentlemen. That's the beauty of watching wrestling.
And look how we all agreed to and got here.
Yep. So hey,
Crazy.
shout out to these ladies.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
The next match we have is the TV side, basically non-pay-per-view, where it's free TV. You get this crazy match on free TV. And we had so many nominees from Mercedes and Athena, which is still a great match that you guys should check out from the Owen tournament. We had I forgot another match that we had. We pretty much, it was mainly AEW style. Like we even had the recent Kyle Fletcher versus Speedball Mike Bailey as a nominee for TV match of the year. Like it was so many nominees. Danny Luna versus Indy Hartwell from the TNA side, the dog collar match that they just had. So many great matches. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. However, we came to the conclusion, or this is one of the matches where we had a three-way tie and we had to spin the wheel to make the deal. And the wheel pretty much spun on this. And after sitting down thinking about it, it was a great choice. And that TV match of the year for 2025 is none other than Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega versus the Don Callis family at AEW Australia Grand Slam.
Bro, the funny part about it was I thought this was a pay-per-view match.
Nope.
And Gresh had to tell me, nah, bro, that was on TV. I was like, was it? Are you sure?
Crazy.
Because it was during the build to Revolution where they had the Ospreay versus Kyle steel cage match.
Yeah, so it was funny because I was trying to nominate it for one category and it ended up in this category, and then it ended up winning.
It was pay-per-view-esque. That's all. You had the right idea.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Hi-Lite. Right idea, wrong category. And then it ended up winning.
Now we have we're going to switch gears right back to giving credit to the up-and-coming stars, or the stars that are trying to break out, even if they've been around for a very, very long time, but they're still trying to break out. And for the male breakout star of 2025, that goes to none other than the young OG, Javon Evans. Enough said.
Hey man, that kid he the future.
No. What he said, he the right now.
He's like, I'm right now, son.
Listen, look, whatever he want to do, cool. I'm down with it. Because like that kid he is so talented. And he's gotten better, promos solo and battling against other people off the cuff in the ring and stuff, and always puts on an exciting match. And he's one of the things that is underrated about his game is how he sells.
Oh yeah.
And he makes everything look like he's about to die.
What a guy.
Right. So now we're going to switch gears to the ladies. And this one was also another no-brainer for the 2025 breakout star on the female side, none other than the queen of serfs, the Black Queen herself, Sol Ruka.
Yes, sir.
Former NXT Women's North America champion, former Speed Women's champion. She just defeated Bailey at Saturday Night's Main Event in front of a lot of people. So shout out to the young Sol Ruka.
Yeah, man. She's very exciting, very athletic, very charismatic. Like I talked about earlier in the match with Bailey and everything. But, bro, like, she ready. She's ready for that next level.
She ready. Hopefully they don't drag out this won't they with Zarya, but hey, that's another thing for another day.
Zarya thicker than lumpy oatmeal.
Yep, we love Zarya too. Yep.
But speaking of sending love, we're going to take a slight slight pause to send love and respect to those who have passed on, because this is the part of the awards where we give props and flowers to those who have left us in the entertainment as well, sports and entertainment side of things. We're this year we're going to combine both 2024 as well as this year. So the Unleashed Legends for the class of 2024 and 2025 is none other. Leading the charge is the late Malcolm Jamal Warner. Passed away this past July. Also, gonna give love to Sabu, who passed away. What was it? This August, September. Last year, we're gonna give some love to Sid Vicious, the Wild Samoans, and Virgil. Like giving love to them, props and love to them, because hey, we won't be able to be. It's like a lot of their impact on the industry will be felt for a very, very long time. They're joining the Unleashed Legends, the likes of Shad Gaspard, Bray Wyatt. Like we have so many that are in the hall of Unleashed Legends that we just had to add a couple more for this year. So shout out to their legacy, what they left behind, and shout out to y'all for basically being with us when it comes to celebrating these cats. Now we're gonna try to get back on to some positive vibes, even though this is positive, but we're gonna try to bounce back. And speaking of bouncing back, who has the best mic game of 2025? And the winner is, I guess it's a three-peat for this man, because this man is all over the place. He is none other than John Cena. Has the best mic game of 2025.
Fine speech.
And it's apropos that I used the pipe bomb that he dropped over the summer, because that was very well received by a lot of people.
Hey, bro, that was the one that nailed it down for me right there.
One of the rare heel Cena highlights.
He didn't hit you with the "you people."
Bruh, that it was one of the rare heel Cena highlights. It really was. And I mean, he played it so perfectly. That was the point where I was like, okay, here's the turning point. Here's where heel Cena is going to like really take off right here. And then we got let down.
You got a whole flip switch.
But I mean, even though a lot of them were like kind of almost choreographed and corny sounding, like you could tell like that's something that he had been wanting to get off his chest for some years. Because if he would have said this like 10, 11, 12 years ago, some of the promos that he cut outside of this one, they would have been like, oh, wow. Like, I can't believe John Cena said that. But because he said it so many years later, it didn't hit the same. But this one, I mean, that was a classic. That plane took off nice and smooth, had a nice flight, and landed smooth.
Yes, sir. And last three award categories that we got before we wrap up this year's end of the year award. We have the best mic drop moment of the year, and the winner of that is none other than the now former women's world champion, who has gone on to become a mother to be of a future Uso. She is none other than Naomi, with her mic drop of basically telling these heifers, in her word, to get ready, because she can have a baby in her arm, and she's coming back for that women's world championship.
Bro, once she turned heel, she was full throttle, pedal to the metal, all gas, no brakes. To borrow a phrase from Jacob Fatu,
Mm-hmm.
bro, she was. I mean, bro, even at Wale Mania, she stayed in character.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, she has just been on one, and it, I'm really, 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 like I said before on this show, really happy for her and Jimmy because if you know their story, you know their struggles, you know how special this is to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So to say that it couldn't have come at a worse time is a selfish thing to say for the people who said that. And I've expressed my thoughts and feelings on that on this show before. But man, that promo was. Whew.
Mm-hmm.
She went from Naomi to Trinity back to Naomi, is the way I describe it.
Yes, sir. And make sure you guys tap into Patreon so you can see how we actually came about to that conclusion because it was definitely a great conversation. Last two categories is focused on the production, the overall production side of everything that's going on with when you watch your wrestling, whether it is TNA, WWE, AEW, MLW, NWA for all two of you that still watch that product. We have the best entrance of the year, and it was so many nominees for this one, whether it was Prince Nana hyping everybody up as Swerve be stoic going towards the ring, or whether it's John Cena doing this thing, Cody Rhodes. We have so many nominees, but this year, for entrance of the year of 2025, takes us to TNA Slammiversary when Mike Santana attempted to dethrone Trick Williams for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Trick Williams came out there with a choir singing his song.
Say, bro. As bad as I wanted Santana to win, and once I saw the choir, I was like, nope.
Nope, never mind.
I want Trick to win.
My boy said, nah, yeah, you can have Frankie Kazarian, but I'm cool with my nigga Trick.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, let him retain. I love Mike, but we let Trick win tonight.
Look, man, Frankie Kazarian could have waited it. Like, damn, bro, what are y'all doing, dog? What y'all doing?
Well, if you like those odds, just remember we still got 2K26. A certain someone still has their half to cash in, so just keep that in mind.
Hey, we
That's
still got
unfortunate.
some. We still got.
That's unfortunate. So
but back to that entrance though, bro. The choir. Say, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Choirs have always been part of great entrance.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a choir and your entrance is not good, that's on you. You a charisma vacuum.
What's called John Cena had a choir too. I just thought about it. In 2011.
Wasn't that it?
At Mania. That was here in 2011.
That was the one in Atlanta against Miz, right?
Yep.
I thought it was that one. I don't know why I kept thinking it was the one in Houston for 25, but no, that wasn't.
Def had it too.
Okay.
The one in Houston, I think that was a drum. That was like a drum line. So that was the second time they did the drum. That was the second time they did it was either a drum line or a marching band. It was something militant.
Florida, he had. For
I know. Florida 24, he had a band. I'm talking about for 25. I think he had something militant. Because 20, no, not 20. You said 25 or 26?
I thought it was 25 for some reason.
25 was all those millions of John Cenas.
Okay, it was the John Cena army. Okay, the lookalike army. Okay, you're right.
I knew it was something militant. But yeah, the John Cena lookalike.
The lookalike army. Okay, got it.
So yeah,
no, yeah, that choir was choir top notch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the last category is for the music side of things. Y'all know how we do over here. We always pay attention to music, how everything sounds, how everything looks. Is the acoustics good? Is the jibber jabber good? Is the snare good? Is the snare higher than the bass? So that means we just hearing a whole bunch of hi-hats for no fucking reason. we're critiqued like that because we're in the industry of music in some way, shape, or form. So and even if we weren't, we still have an ear for what's good and what's not because we've been around long enough to listen to music and to listen to some good theme music in the wrestling business. And I can tell you right now, nothing from WWE is on this list. Tell you that right now.
Mm, mm,
We started rattling off names and stuff, and it was like,
Like, nope, nope, not this person, not this person. However, this theme song has been around for about a year and a half at this point. Year and a half at this point, and it's still catchy to this day. The winner for theme song of the year 2025 goes to the Hurt Syndicate.
mm.
We heard people.
hey, since one time for West Side Gun.
And Smoke this.
Boo, 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 boo.
There you go. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
man.
That theme song is that hook is so catchy because it's so simple, and the beat it rides with it and everything, and it goes along with like just them. Like the whole song just fits.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
Shout out to Bobby Lashley, wishing him a speedy recovery because I believe they just confirmed he's injured. But Shelton Benjamin will be still around representing the Hurt Syndicate until he recovers. According to
Yeah.
Fightful, he'll be out for a while. But that is our 2025 end of the year awards. We condensed the categories massively this year because we wanted to give a new basis, a new structure this year. So for next year, we'll likely add more categories for us to vote for and have more fun. But hopefully you guys enjoyed our picks. If you want to continue to keep up with how we got to the voting process, make sure you check out the patreon.com/Gresh Digital. And we will definitely post the winners on our socials at Gresh Unleashed so you guys can see how we do our thing over here. But yep, that was the 2025 end of the year awards. And we just ended this talking about music. Before we get to our final topic of the day, we got to get our song of the week.
Mm.
My song of the week. I don't even know if I could talk about it because I got a sneak preview of some stuff. So I'm looking for another one. Like no lie, I legit don't know if I can even talk about it.
Since it's Christmas, I'm going to be in the festive nation and give some Kelly Clarkson some love, some Kelly Clarkson and Pentatonic some love. So growing up Christmas, what's the name of the song? Growing Up Christmas. Oh, Growing Up Christmas List. Growing Up Christmas List with Pentatonics and Kelly Clarkson. That's definitely
I
just to give
got
it.
it. I got it. I freaking got it.
Uh-oh.
Boo, 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 boo.
I'm gonna send it to the group chat so y'all can keep it out too. 'Cause this is a classic where I'm from. So if you haven't heard this, just go to YouTube and type in Otis and Bonquisha.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Just type in Otis and Bonquisha. That is like a Christmas classic in New Orleans.
Oh Lord. I like.
Well, it's not quite a Christmas song,
It
but
don't have to be.
I'm doing this because I'm gonna take this moment to pick this artist as a salute to him and this entire run that he has been on with everything he did in the black wrestling space. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am choosing Love Hate Thing by my boy Wale. As this year
Love
has
hate
ended,
thing.
we didn't, it's a category of its own, but we didn't mention this enough. But as this year came to a close, we did witness the final year of a Wale Mania. Unfortunately, due to some,
For now.
for now.
Because Wale is so indecisive. I'm just gonna be real. So he'll be back in a couple years.
Hey man. Well, until then, for now, it's my way of just kind of saying, hey, thank you, my brother, for what you've done in the wrestling space, in the music culture in general. So this is my way of showing you salute throughout this year by making that my final song of 2025 for the song of the week. And see y'all in 2K26 with it.
Yes, sir. Now, before we get out of here, we talked about John Cena. We pretty much talked about this final match. Off the cuff, or if you wrote it down, cool. Off the cuff, I want you to list 5 of your favorite John Cena matches of all time.
Ooh, him and Punk at Money in the Bank is definitely on there. Him and Cody from this past year's SummerSlam is on there. Him and AJ at the Rumble in 17 when he won number 16 is on there. Him and Shawn Michaels when they went like 45, 50 minutes on Raw, like in 06, 07.
Oh yeah, that was a whole hour.
Yeah, an hour. Okay, that one is definitely on there. And the last one is hard to say, man, whether because I want to put one of his he got a couple of matches that could be in that 5th spot, like the I Quit match with Randy Orton, the Last Man Standing with Umaga, or the one that kind of cemented him as like you are the guy is when he got Triple H to tap out at WrestleMania 22. I don't know. I can't decide.
You could do a couple. You could do 2 honorable mentions.
Okay, I'll do those 4 that I named. Those are my 4. Then I'll do the 2 honorable mentions: the one against Randy Orton and the one against you know what? No, the 5th match, beating Edge in the TLC match in Toronto. That's number 5 for me. That's it.
All right, so for my 2 honorable mentions, I'm gonna go John Cena versus Eddie Guerrero in that parking lot brawl.
Oh, that was a good one.
The reason why I put that in honorable mention because it's not really a match; it was more sort of a fight.
Right.
So I was like, honorable mention. And my second one is the Fatal 4-Way Backlash match in 2007.
Hey, I was there for that one. I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah, I was
But
there.
it was here, right? That was here, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in Atlanta. I was there. I was there for that one. I'll never forget because I had a buddy that was a real big C Nation fan, man. He was pro John Cena. So that's when he had just came out with that dog shirt. And he had bought that mug fresh off the stands, wore it to the arena that day. I was like, oh man, I was like, you're such a Cena lover, bro. I was like, but nah, hey, that's a good one actually.
So those are my 2 honorable mentions. My 5 matches. You mentioned it. Cena versus Umaga, Last Man Standing match. Like that's one of my all-time classics that I still watch to this day. John Cena versus AJ Styles, their SummerSlam match.
Oh, that
from
you like the
2016.
SummerSlam one better than the Royal Rumble one?
I like that one a little bit better. I don't know why.
Okay.
I just like that one a lot more. Like, don't get me wrong. The Royal Rumble one is dope. Like, I love it. They didn't leave the ring, none of that stuff. Like, it was great.
Yeah.
But that SummerSlam, I don't know. I think because it just felt like a big deal.
Well, wasn't that like the first time like they had?
No, that was the
actually
second
gotten a
time.
ring?
They fought at Money in the Bank. But Cena baited AJ
right?
Styles into like keeping Gallows and Anderson out of it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, just come straight at it. And then they went straight for it. And I'm like, yo, this man. And I think on top of that, I love the fact, even though he was there at the Royal Rumble, I love Mauro's call on this one as well. Mauro Ranallo's call on this entire match.
Okay,
So it's always a fun time to look back.
Yeah, Mauro's pretty underrated.
I do love, and it's like I watched it a couple of times and I still love it. I do love their match at WrestleMania, him and Shawn. So I would definitely put
Oh,
that as
that
my
one.
top
Yeah.
in my top 5.
I just watched that one, I think last night or earlier today, if I'm not mistaken.
And I will put honestly, I will put him versus Kevin Owens at the one where KO got the win at I think that was the Elimination Chamber. I enjoyed that one a lot. That was when KO first got called up on the main roster, and this was peak John Cena before his body started shutting down on him. So this was like it buzz cutting everything before he started losing his hair, all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
and then my 5th one, this one's mad tough. It would have to be him versus Brock at Extreme Rules 2012.
Squash match.
Yeah, the squad. No, not the
No,
SummerSlam
no, no,
match.
no, no, no.
The Extreme
That was
Rules
the
match.
brutal one. That was the brutal one.
Yeah.
That was the one where they got color. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I like that one because that was when Brock first came back. He was in 2002, 2004. Brock Lesnar. He was UFC, fresh off the UFC run. Like I'm like, yo, this is it. I didn't agree with the outcome because I still felt like Brock should have won that one at the time. And looking back in retrospect, I still think he should have won. However, I'm not losing sleep over it. But yeah, I definitely enjoy that one. So that's my 5 with 2 honorable mentions. I like.
Must admit, your brothers picked some good ones. Y'all picked some good ones. Y'all did. Okay. Before I even get to honorable mentions, I'm gonna just say some favorites here. Okay, I'm shooting off hip. Okay. John Cena versus Batista in the I Quit match. I always popped because of the fact that Batista was like, I quit. He still had this nigga in the AA and just was like, yeah. That jump was so heel, bro. That was such a heel move. Like, okay. So I rock with that. That was dope. All right. I'm going John Cena versus Daniel Bryan at that SummerSlam where Daniel Bryan got cashed in.
Oh, yeah.
Gets overshadowed because of that cash-in situation. But that fired before, and it put Daniel Bryan over. That's what a lot of people forget.
And remember, that was when didn't he have like the torn tricep or whatever that he had to end up getting surgery for? Because he had the big like.
It was the fluid on his own elbow.
Yeah. Okay. That was just it was fluid. It wasn't the torn tricep then. But
no,
yeah,
it was because it was torn. It developed fluid on his elbow.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if that was the same injury or if it was a different injury or what.
It was so off the bone that it just developed fluid. So he had it even if he won, he had no choice but to leave and go get surgery.
Oh,
so it was like just put Bryan over.
Yeah. I thought that
Continue,
was
my brother.
Really good match. Thank you, my brother. Now I just wanted to give props where props was due. I got to throw John Cena versus Roman in there from the first time they met. The very
No Mercy?
Yes, because I'm sorry, I couldn't remember the exact date. I just knew it wasn't the recent, but
no, because that was around the time where it's supposed to. People was mad that they didn't put the title on Braun.
Yeah,
it's the same pay-per-view.
Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, I was like, him kind of acknowledging in a weird way, like, hey, that he's next up, Another underrated one. People don't talk enough about this. Even though he did my boy dirty as a mug. John Cena versus Rey Mysterio on that Monday Night Raw for that WWE Championship was fire too, man. They just did my boy dirty. Like, y'all gonna do him but the match was fire though. It was highly slept on low key. I said, hey,
I think shout out to Adrian Hernandez with Unlikely. I think he actually sat down with Rey Mysterio and he was like, he made peace with it because he was like, I wasn't really a promo guy. And it's like, he was like, I wasn't ready for that position. No matter how long I've been in the industry. He explained it perfectly. So I would definitely search out Rey Mysterio, sit down with Adrian Hernandez. But he basically was like, I wasn't really ready for that position. And he said he didn't take the time to perfect that particular craft because he was like, I'm great in this area and this is all they need from me. So it's like, why go above and beyond to add to it?
Mhm.
So yeah, it's definitely something. I just had to throw that little nugget in because it did irk my soul. He asked, he's like, did it annoy you like it annoyed me and everybody else? How you lost that title that quick? He's like,
Bro.
briefly, but in retrospect, I understood because he's
Yeah.
like, he wasn't ready for that position.
Yeah, man.
It just sucks because at that time, everybody was behind Rey Mysterio. That
yeah.
man, Hi-Lite coming up with some.
Hey, man, like I said,
This list is a banger.
for a guy that wasn't really super big on Cena, I grew to appreciate him more over time because of the fact that I was like, the more I look back at it, this dude was cooking, and I got to give him this prop. So before I get to those honorable mentions real quick, I did have one more, and I want to try to catch it before it escaped me, but it was like, because I'm doing off hip, so I'm just like, I think we all did, but just off hip. So that I remember with Cena. Okay, I'm gonna go back to like '04. I'm gonna just say it like this because I feel like there was one above, but it might have slightly escaped me. So I'm gonna just say it like this and go way back in the bag. It's kind of unfair because it's a bit of a cheat code, but the Royal Rumble is definitely in there, man. When he made that epic return that nobody expected.
Oh yeah.
Because it's the match, and even though it's the fact that he came up in there.
Yeah.
He had the business. It just was like, yo, that was out of nowhere. So I'm throwing that in there, and then my honorable mentions, I got honestly, low key, the very first cash in of all time with the Money in the Bank, but not even just that actual elimination chamber that led up to that.
Oh
Because
yeah.
that match was fire, and then it led to an even, because they had him and Edge had a nice little moment for a moment before Edge actually got that cash in win. So it was like Cena put in a lot of work on that one. Like
That brother was bloody
and just like beat up. So
And we talking about after like a 30-something 40-minute match, and you bloody.
and I like that outcome too because he was like, I ain't got nothing to me, but I'm gonna roll you up.
Yeah,
and that was it. And he passed out immediately. I like that.
And then this one is a little slept on, but again, kind of a cheat code. But I would say the best of 7 series between him and Booker T with the United States Championship.
Ooh.
Him and Booker T were back and forth, and they were doing their thing on that. So I'm
That
throwing
was on SmackDown, right?
Yeah, it was like Smack. But I think their final one ended up being at a pay-per-view, I think.
Oh, okay. The reason why I say that was on SmackDown because that was around the time a lot of people weren't really watching SmackDown.
Exactly. And I was one of those people who was watching. So I was like, I was one of the rare few that watched SmackDown at that time. And I was like, even in that era where it was like low-key taped, and that was the time I didn't care. I didn't even know half the time. I was like, oh, it was taped. I still watched it like it was live. I just, like internet wasn't, as what it is now. So it was like, I didn't even know. I was just like, oh, I didn't know that was a tape show. I just watched it.
That was fun. Like when you know stuff that was taped, and you didn't even have to worry about spoilers. Exactly. I still don't have to worry about spoilers because I just log off.
That part, bro. Because unless you told me NXT was taped, I never would have known, bro.
It was live tonight, but it's taped. It'll be taped next week and the week after that for the holidays.
See, and if you wouldn't have never said that, I would have never known. I would just been like, oh, okay, cool. Unless it just felt like a tape show.
Yeah, so you can always tell when it's a tape show. Too.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
Oh no, that was it, man. That was I did my whole 5 plus my honorable mentions because everybody just gave 2, so I just gave those 2 right there. So
cool. But yeah, man, I thought that'd be fun, like a fun conversation ender for us to like just to recap and give our thoughts. So see people, we know how to be cordial when it comes to John Cena. Like I said last week and the week before that, I don't consider him personally as the greatest of all time. I do consider him as a legend in the industry. Like if you show his picture, people know who the fuck he is. Even if they don't know they have not seen a single second of wrestling, but they know who John Cena is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Even though he got that from Yayo, but he made it pop. And it's synonymous. So hey man, Shout out to John Cena. Shout out to everybody who won the Entity Awards. Shout out to y'all for rocking with me, rocking with us. And shout out to my esteemed brethrens here for rocking with your boy for the past year and a half. Because, hey, man, this is our show. And this is this is it for the season, for the current finale, or the current season, I should say, of the GRESH Unleashed podcast, because we'll be taking the next, I guess you could say, month ish
So
off.
Taking vacation.
if
We're
that be
taking a
the case,
vacation.
if that be the case, let me ask this then on the fly. Should we give a sample of what we think shot in the dark might happen on next year? Like maybe a 3 predictions, bold predictions of next year?
For 2026.
Yeah.
I mean, we can. Warner AEW and NXT are gonna have to, I mean, and WWE gonna have to coexist if that and Netflix deal goes through.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, I think they'll be able to. I think they'll be okay.
oh yeah, it'll be okay. I'm just trolling. What you call it? Jordan Grace, Obafemi, and JC Jane gonna get called up to the main roster at some point in 2026.
Okay. Okay.
And AJ Styles is gonna retire.
Wow.
Oh man.
Way to go out on a limb.
he wasn't even
Way to
trying,
go out on a
man.
limb, Gresh.
He was like, he wasn't even trying. I thought he was gonna throw something random.
Seriously,
out there, like,
bold
hey, you
prediction.
come on, Jermaine. Come on, Jermaine.
But no, if I had to do bold again, my last bold, that was just me trolling again. My last bold is Mercedes Moné is going to shock everyone with her character work, because whatever she's been doing in 2025 will be nothing compared to what she does in 2026.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I like that.
She's still gonna have haters though.
Of course.
I'm gonna say we're gonna see we're gonna see some good wrestling. We're gonna see some good wrestling. And I'm stalling because I'm trying to think of 3.
You good?
Okay, Carmelo Hayes will win a title.
Love that. I love
A
that.
title. Not sure which one, but I think he'll win a title next year.
Okay.
Let's say Trick Williams gets called up next year.
Okay. Will we see Trick Mello game, or is it just gonna be Trick Willie by himself?
I think Trick Willie by himself.
Knowing Road Dogg GPT might be Trick Miller game.
I think we're gonna finally see Darby Allin hold the world title. As if he can manage to stay alive and like not hurt.
Okay. Huh. I like those. I like those a lot. Huh. Okay. I say, speaking of AEW world titles, Kyle Fletcher will be the AEW World Heavyweight Champion next year. Mark my words. Yeah. Can't call win, but he will be. Can't call, but I know that. Just feel it. Getting that vibe. Something different after seeing him in person. I just said, you know what? Yeah, he's gonna be champ next year.
Gunther gonna retire Rey Mysterio. Anyway,
speaking of a Mysterio, I'm glad you said that, my brother.
Oh boy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
go ahead, get it out.
Dom Mysterio will compete for a world championship on next year. I won't say he wins it yet, but he will be in contention next year. Mark my words.
Cool.
He could be part of an 8-man tournament to determine the number one contender.
I mean, he could. You never know, but he climbing.
You said tournament? King Dominant Mysterio. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this edition of the GRESH Unleashed podcast, as well as our pretty much overall run this year for the show. Make sure you guys follow yours truly at its GRESH. AO is GRESH everywhere else. Just as a reminder, for 2026 and beyond, the new home on the YouTube side of the GRESH Unleashed podcast will be merging with all other content that we plan on releasing in 2026 over on youtube.com/@itsgresh. We're merging everything because it makes sense to keep everything in-house and make sure it's a one-stop shop for you guys to enjoy all the content we have for you. We're not pulling into WWE. We're not going to have you go to Tubi, then YouTube, and then Peacock, and then wherever Timbuktu, Netflix, wherever the fuck they be having all this stuff at.
Yeah.
We're going to have you in one central location, youtube.com/@itsgresh. And if you want in the audio format, it'll be the same as always, www.gressunleashed.com. You can follow my guy over here at the Jermaine, as well as at the underscore, at the underscore Jermaine, as well as at Sucio Sports. You know, he be talking football and all type of sports over there. So make sure you guys tap in with that, because I think he's going to still be going while we're on hiatus. So, hey, man, tap in with him. The content will still be flowing. And make sure you guys follow my guy, my main guy, at Hi-Lite HILITE Life. He's always working on some stuff, whether it's a saxophone, whether it's being content, whether he's rapping, whether he's singing, whether he's dancing, whether he's getting married next year. You know, it's a whole bunch of stuff that this man got going on in the new year. Make sure you guys tap in with him. And as always, make sure you guys stay tapped in with the family in general, because we all got something going on. And you can catch me over at Public Enemies at Public Enemies HQ. We got some, we're going to be winding down the year over there. And then I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. So you won't be getting any type of content from me for the rest of the year. And we will see you guys in 2026. 2 weeks before the Royal Rumble. So that way we give them time to get their stuff together, interest-wise. And then it gives us time to be like, hey, this is what we missed. But nevertheless, you guys stay safe out here. Literally, it's the holidays. Stay warmed up, stay bundled, stay vigilant, stay safe.
Yeah.
But one thing is always for certain, and two things for sure, is that you always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be breezy. Happy holidays.
Popping bottles on them, baby. Yes, sir.
4 letters. 1 word. Food.
Stop.